The Energy Dialogue is brought to you by EnergyNow. Today's Energy Dialogue guest is Lynette Lefsrud from Gridstone Marketing. And now, your host for today's Energy Dialogue, David Yugu.
Well, good afternoon, ladies, to Energy Dialogue, to Maria and Lynette. And we're here to talk about your company and the opportunities for it. And so I think the best place, since it's a people-based business, where did you start out and what did you do before you got to here?
Good question. Thank you.
I'd like both of you to tell the story. Because no, it's good background, because when I know your background and how the path you took got you here,
right, then
I get to ask maybe smarter questions.
Okay. Well, she got me here, so she can tell the story. So how we got here. So we both worked at Packers Plus.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And I started in 2007.
Okay.
They didn't have a marketing department at that point. So
all right. Didn't need one.
Start a marketing department. And then they said, but don't do any marketing, actually. That's what they said.
Yeah.
And then we started to grow. And then they actually said, okay, yeah, now you can do some marketing. And one of the things that came out pretty early in the process was that we needed somebody who had a technical background. We needed somebody who could write case studies and who could write Society of Petroleum Engineering technical papers.
It is a technical sell.
And so very quickly, I realized that's not me, and I needed somebody. So I hired Maria. That's where she came in. So she was one of the first hires. And then we grew the department. And one of the key pieces that made us different from a marketing department standpoint was that we had this technical marketing group. We actually, at the height of it, we had 2 engineers and 2 former journalists in the department that reported into Maria.
Now, just to go back, what did you do before Packers Plus?
Lots of things.
I don't think you didn't look like you were running oil tools.
I ran my own business before Packers Plus. It was actually, Packers Plus was my client. They brought me in. So This is Gridstone's my second business. My first business I grew, and it was a business-to-business communications and marketing company.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. I've got a lot of questions, and you have a lot of answers on
Excellent.
that. Yeah. And Maria, you're...
Well, I made a massive career switch from being a research scientist in biotechnology to writing. And it was something that I enjoyed and was good at. And I was very lucky to find a research writer job, which is about the best explanation for what it is, because I always say it's about 80% research and 20% writing.
Yeah.
So you really end up reading a lot of resources, and you have to get up on the technology and understand it enough to the point where you can write about it intelligently and convey the messages that the client wants to convey to the audience they want to convey it to in a concise way. So I do a lot of reading, and then I ask a lot of questions, and only after that process do I start writing.
Did you do this before Packers Plus, or was this career shift?
No, it was a career shift. I did start making the shift before Packers Plus. I took some, I was a night school junkie for a while. So I did some courses at SAIT and Montreal University to get the street cred, I guess, if you will.
You mean in journalism?
No, writing, editing,
okay.
relations.
All right.
And then I actually did rewrite the website for the company, the biotech company I was working for, for a fun project.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed it, but but then I was given a real opportunity to do it at Packers Plus. So yeah,
it is a technical sell.
Oh, absolutely.
It is purely a technical sell. Well, cool. And then you left there to go with Gridstone when?
2014 is when the company started.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great. Perfect timing.
Worst timing ever.
Who knew? Nobody knew. Come on, nobody knew. There's
Oil was doing
to use a little oil rig vernacular. There were lots of people caught with their pads down. Pardon the expression, ladies, but there was nobody saw that coming to the degree, judging by the balance sheets. Okay, so you start a dedicated B2B marketing company. Help me. What the heck? I'm sorry. I've been in the oil service business all my life, and I've never actually seen this particular twist for an oil service focused product. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, yeah, we're different. We know that. It's so I'll help you. You want to dive in first because you've got this right here.
Well, so business to business means that they're selling products to other companies.
Okay.
And then they are generally selling a technical product or service.
All right.
So that technical product or service needs to be described. I mean, there's no way around having to have a content-heavy marketing. So whether that's a website that's fairly technical, and their audience is technical.
Yep.
So not only is the client technical, but their audience is technical. So I used to say that I can translate technical to technical, and I can translate technical to non-technical, depending on the audience, right?
Okay.
So maybe a client has an audience who is technical, but they don't know anything about their product. So then you kind of have to go through these levels of introducing them to the awareness of your company, and then diving into the education of the product or service. So there's all these levels to what we do. That's kind of what my perspective of it is, and of course Lynette provides more of the business perspective to that, in terms of providing value to the client in the end. I mean, people look at marketing as kind of crap, we need to do some marketing.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
And I don't know how many times I've told a client, look, you shouldn't be doing that because it's not providing you value. You need to do this because this is more, I guess B2B is a different game than B2C.
No, I just never heard it described that way, but
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
technical sell.
Yeah.
And don't tell me what, but how is really what you're saying. We know what it does.
Yeah.
How does it do it, and why does that benefit?
Well, it's distinguishing it from competition, features and benefits,
Yeah,
advantages,
yeah.
and everything from the company's advantages to the product's advantages.
And
Okay.
tying it really into, at the end of the day, to what the salespeople are saying. So what we have found over the course of our careers is that the salespeople, especially if they're technical salespeople, they'll go in and tell that technical story. But then when they're trying to convey to their marketing department, I need this, this, and this. I might need a case study to explain the best, run.
Oh,
that we
I see.
had.
Okay. And the marketing department
Marketing
is not
department isn't able
Yeah,
to
they're-
provide that case study. So
they're
then
not
they've
technically
got these,
trained.
And what we found is that there was a lot of really great oral stories. So if somebody say, "Oh, we have a great run," and it was in the Montney, and they might remember a couple of facts about that great run, and then that becomes what the salesmen go around and tell.
Yeah.
And so, great, for the first week or two after that run, excellent. That's the way to tell that story. But then, ideally, you have a case study that comes out after, so that you can tell a larger audience, and then you can translate that story into an article in the Journal of Petroleum Technology or wherever the case may be.
Okay.
And then it becomes a conference presentation, and then it has its kind of different prongs to it. So you can keep on telling that story over and over again, but in different ways and to different audiences.
But-
and it becomes bigger than just a sales guy telling that story for 2 weeks, which is
Right.
what often happens.
Oh, it's odd.
And then it stops and it dies.
Yeah.
But that story's bigger than that, and I
Okay.
think that's a missed opportunity. A lot of these companies are not seeing that they can actually capture that and then leverage it over and over again, and then that becomes part of the overall company story.
Huh. No, I've just never heard it described so succinctly. So you head out on your own. Okay, in 2014, you go, let's go conquer the world. And then, you know what hits the fan.
Yes.
Well, then what happens? Where was your next client or the next assignment?
I think the reason we're still around is because of the technical aspect
Yes.
at the end of the day. So my job really at the end of the day is to take a look at it from a business perspective and to tell our clients really what that difference will make for their businesses
Okay.
in the long term. And so, we got busy, really is what happened. I started telling people our story, started telling them what they could accomplish, and we also looked outside of the energy industry. A lot of our clients
Good
that we
move.
were working with, had been really involved with the energy industry,
Right.
but they had products or services that were not specific to energy. They could actually reapply them to, mining, for example,
Okay.
or utilities, or kind of these larger industries. And so we helped them pivot because they needed marketing dollars going into those new industries that they hadn't really been paying attention to for the last few years.
Right.
So that was a key part of what we did, is we helped them pivot. And then now that energy is starting to come back up, we're now involved with them to market again to that industry of energy. But
Okay.
they've also looked at those other industries along the way.
Okay. Now, I will agree with you that oil service companies in particular tend to be run by technical guys, often very technical guys,
Right.
who are pretty proud of, or who got pretty proud of their product and build it and they shall come.
Right.
Yes.
So how's the how's the take up been when you? I mean, again, the approach is very clever. The B2B, I just never had it presented that way.
Right.
And yeah, we're a business writing for another business, and this is purely technical. This is 100% technical packaging and sale, performance oriented, cost benefit, blah blah blah. So how's the reception been? Have people been more focused on doing a better job, or being more focused on marketing, or are you scrapping for dollars, or what would you say overall it's been?
I think it has a lag phase with each client. So, and I think that's true for any service that people want to hire, is that you have to prove the value of what you do.
Yeah.
So we'll often get brought in for maybe one thing or two things, and then as soon as they realize, oh, you do that? Oh, okay. Then they get it.
Yeah.
So, and then it's more like the shoving of everything that they need to have done over our way. So maybe I'll write a little case study, or I'll do a little work on their website copy, or whatever it is that they think, oh, well, here's a little something we can give you. And as soon as they realize, oh, somebody can help me write that, and then, oh, make it look good and look professional, then they go, okay, here's our website, here's our data sheets. I mean, product data sheets. I mean, these companies have 20 or 30 product data sheets, and they all look different. They've all been laid out by different people. They've all been written by different people, and they're written by engineers, which, God bless them, they're my people, but not all of them can write very well.
It would be nice to be legible
Yeah,
the sentence structures, the punctuation's correct. Wouldn't that be nice? Just in case somebody who could actually reads it, because if it looks unprofessional.
Yeah,
if it's not really done right.
Yeah, every little
it
thing
reflects poorly on your company.
Poorly, yeah.
So okay, so all of a sudden you're useful and upselling.
And then it gets to be a flood.
And then it's a flood.
So how big's the shop? I mean, what else do you do over there now?
Full range of things. So the shop, we have, I would say there's 5 of us.
Okay.
But we do the full range of marketing services.
Okay.
But with that technical.
All right, with a specialized bent.
Everything from logo development, branding, positioning. We do lots of websites. We have done a ton of websites.
Okay.
And I'll get back to that later. I'll kind of focus in on kind of our approach to websites and why it's different. The technical data sheets, the case studies, the articles. We do 3D animations, because translating what technical is into an animation so people can get it.
And that's what we can do electronically.
Really
Moving that
key.
stuff around is peanuts now. Watch my widget in action.
Yeah.
Here's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, and so really getting into that video animation side of things has been a full range of it. And then shows like this, so conferences and trade shows, and understanding that. There's often a public relations side of things.
Yeah.
So that full range, but because we understand the business so well, so I look at it from a business perspective, Maria looks at it from a technical perspective, then we can actually provide true value for that company as they're moving forward with their overall sales plan.
Okay. Well, cool. Like, I get it. What have we missed? You've got a few other...
I was going to mention about how we approach websites.
Well, no, but I mean, you've got a whole whole bunch of points you wanted to make today.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Our approach to websites are a little different. I think what most companies come up against when they work with a traditional website company is that, they want to create the architecture and they want to make the design, and then they are fully reliant on the client to provide the content.
Yeah, none of them can string a sentence together.
Which then
I know that.
just delays and delays and delays.
Yeah,
the website company just sits there and twiddles their thumb and says, well, it's not my problem.
The meter's running.
Yeah, the meter's running. And whereas we actually will come in and start with, okay, give me all your content.
Yeah, that's where you should start.
Let me read all this stuff and tell you how that makes sense to actually break it down.
Right.
Right. So organizing, swaths of content is my favorite thing to do. Like, give me everything and I will arrange and put things into buckets and then say to you, okay, well, look, how about approaching it this way? And what about this audience? What about this audience? Are they approaching it in from a different way? So then you get your nav structure, and it actually also dictates the layout.
Oh, the structure. No, you'll drive the structure.
The content drives the structure.
Yeah, when
of
you
the
know what
website.
you want to say.
Yeah.
When I was, I'm a management consultant, and I used to say, you can't paint a picture of a horse if you've never seen one. So it's really a good idea to discover,
Right.
What does success look like?
Exactly.
And I guess that's where you really help them focus from a marketing content point of view.
Yeah, and a lot of these companies have a lot of content because maybe they're 20 years old, maybe they're 30 years old. Maybe they're brand new, but it's
the web
either way.
It doesn't cost any more on the web, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got a lot of content, and sometimes there is such a thing as too much. So what they do is they try to use all their content all the time. I need to tell every single thing about this thing every single time I talk about it.
Some of them do get a little voluminous.
Right? So then you have to go, well, you can break it out into, start with this, a brochure, and then guide them into your data sheets. And then your website has a little tidbit that makes them click on something. And just getting them to understand the path from the viewpoint of their potential customer and how they want to enter and guide them through your content.
Okay.
Otherwise they're just going to look at it and go, that's a lot of words on the page, and I don't have time to do
And
that.
I haven't found what I'm looking for yet, so I'm going to go to something
You
simpler.
can't make the customer work for it.
Yeah, no, you have to make it intuitive. Do they still do the product pages?
Oh, yeah.
People still print, the catalog and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although we're getting into virtual catalogs,
No,
like
I'm
apps
sure you
and
would, yeah.
things like that. But traditionally, there is something to be said, and we've discovered this in the past. The guys have their office, and they've got the shelf on their office, and they will physically go and pull.
They will. They're
their,
all still there. Yeah, we used to have them.
Yeah, it's still a little bit of that, but then they might say, go online to. And it's probably an age thing. Maybe under 30,
100.
Under 30, they'll go online to look for the catalog, and over 30, maybe they'll go to that, physical product catalog.
You got a couple years to that.
Yeah.
The internet's been around a little longer than that, So.
Yeah.
There's also an element of the tangible piece, right? So I think it's a trigger point. So you might not need the whole catalog necessarily. You might have your whole catalog as digital. But there's still an element where a salesperson is going to go talk to a customer, and they'll actually hand something. So there's a trigger point to drive them to that. So there's an element of what does that look like? How is there value in that, and then driving it at the end of the day.
Is internet access blocked at some companies? Has ever run into that problem?
Only many years ago when we were working for the service company, when we dealt with China and some of the overseas companies.
The IT.
But not anything
renters.
in North America.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so they've got the tools on their desk.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
And who does your graphic design? Is that in-house too, or you?
Yes, we have a great graphic designer who we worked with for many years. That came with us from the service company as well.
Okay.
So we were able to bring her on, and she understands what tools look like and how they function down home.
Right.
So she's got a really good sense of things as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Got a great graphic designer.
Yep. Yeah, and then 3D animators or website designers or website programmers. So we basically just have our people that we've vetted, so that our clients don't need to worry about that kind of stuff. 'Cause I'm sure normally if you put a website out to tender, they're looking at 3 website companies, and how do you decide between those 3 things? Well, that's kind of, we deal with that, and then we deal with everything else too. So it's sort of like, let us just take care of that for you, you know?
Yeah, we try everybody out on us first.
Yeah.
We do bring in a third-party contractor for sure. And we'll vet them. They spend time working with us before we let them loose on clients.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Wow. Well, I'm. Any other major points about the company? Well, no. I think it's. I think we've covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have covered. I
think it's exciting. Do the big guys use you, or are you sort of a mid-tier client guy?
We are actually very much focused on a mid-sized client.
Okay. Yeah.
Really. So really, our sweet spot is working with customers that have operations that are big enough that they believe they need marketing, right? So they
everybody needs marketing.
Yes, so
they need focused marketing,
They need focused marketing, for sure.
yeah.
And that can be any number. Honestly, we work with some startups that have 2 people, so there is an element of it's also in the mindset of the companies that we work with. But then we also typically work with companies that don't have a full marketing department already in place, so we become that full marketing department for them. One of our clients actually told us that they hired us because they were looking to hire just one marketing person, and he wasn't sure who to hire, and it became paralyzing for him because he thought, okay, well, I might need a graphic designer, I might need a writer,
we need Superwoman.
Yeah,
we need 10
for
people in one body.
Exactly. So what he ended up doing is he hired us for the equivalent salary
absolutely,
he was going to be paying somebody for.
Yeah.
And instead he felt that he received between 5 and 7 skill sets in that one package.
Yeah.
And it's been a great relationship working with him on that front. So that's often where we come into play.
Just one last question. Do you think I've worked in the oil service business all my life, and this is an area, and I wouldn't classify them as gifted because they haven't had to be. As we come out of the slump, do you think people are catching on to use more tools like yours and reallocate their marketing budgets? I mean, do you think they're looking at how to keep and build their business differently than when it was easy?
I believe there are more. Not everybody, of course.
Yes.
The one thing that I think's changed over the last few years is that we have a better sense of metrics than we ever had before.
Okay.
So because so much of what's going on digitally, we can actually track that, and that is a key difference from when I started in marketing. People would say, okay, what kind of results are you getting? And we couldn't actually say, okay, we know how many people are actually going to be seeing that billboard, or how many people are actually seeing that document.
Yeah.
But when we put a case study online, we can actually put some metrics behind it and say, we know how many people are actually seeing those case studies.
Yeah.
And so that really dovetails into kind of the sales metrics, and then allowing these companies to see what happens with those marketing leads and how they convert into sales leads as well.
Okay.
So that's a big part of it for us.
Wow, that's a great story, ladies. One last shot. Is there anything we've missed?
We did have a closing.
Well, go. I mean, this is your interview, not mine.
I'm gonna share. So the biggest part that we wanted to say is that we actually, I'll go back to kind of the beginning of the conversation. For us, it really is about understanding the technical and the business. So it really is the merge of our 2 skill sets is really where we wanted to start.
Okay.
Why we want to start the business and what we still think holds true today. Because what Maria alluded to earlier is that you can't really sell something if you don't really truly understand it at the root of it. And so being able to do that is really our unique skill set, and that's what I think makes us different in the marketplace.
It sounds different to me. I've never heard of anything like it.
And ultimately it makes it why I believe Gridstone has been successful even in the worst downturn that this industry has ever seen.
Okay.
So,
well, that's just because you're young. The 80s were pretty rotten too.
Okay.
You were just lucky enough not to be around.
Yes.
Well, I was around. It was my dad that was in
well, I was running a magazine, and believe me, nobody needed any advertising.
Right.
Any last comments yourself?
That covers it from my perspective as well.
All right.
Yeah. We're just
Well, congratulations. Really cool.
Thank you.
I do work with oil service companies as a consultant and an advisor, and I was just looking at the new website for this company. I'm chairman of the board. It's not that technical, but we got the usual web company mock-up with the fake language in it.
Yeah, ipsum lorem.
Yeah, ipsum lorem fungo. So I'm looking at this this storyboard, and I'm going, there's a lot of typos in here. I said, you guys, do you know what you want to say?
Yeah.
And they said, well, yeah. I said, well, I write. I'm the chairman of the board. Why don't you tell me what you want to say, and I'll write it.
Yeah.
And then we'll take our story that we want back to the web shop. I call them web mechanics.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the web mechanics with the story we want to tell it, and just watch how quickly something useful will emerge. And it's very clever, the approach you've taken to do exactly that. Well, thank you very much for coming on, what do
Thank
we
you,
call
David.
this, Energy Now Radio.
Yeah.
And good luck. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We encourage you to share this broadcast in your social media channels. Until next time, have a great day.